Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of War Thunder with Windwalker85. Today's video is going to be about breaking the Russian bias bullshit that a lot of people been complaining about in War Thunder. Now, War Thunder is a Russian-made game, so a lot of people been pointing out that Russian planes are indestructible, flawless, and similar. The fact is that not all planes that Russian ever made in World War II sucked, and people seems to have difficulties in understanding that. Russians actually had a really good planes, both fighters and bombers. However, in the early stages of the war, they had inexperienced pilots. Once they gained experience, they were actually more than a match for Luftwaffe fighters. Now, most of the planes that are in the game, even in low tiers, have cannons, but that is historically accurate. Now, like any other nation in the game, it has its strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, people still have not learned neither historical facts nor how exactly to play planes in this game. So today's video is going to be a replay of a match that I had yesterday, which will prove to you that not only Russians can score 20 air kills in a single arcade battle. Now, let me just take a look here. I'll find the replay and play it. Just one moment. There we go. So I had 20 air kills with 3 planes lost. Actually, whenever I score this many kills, I try to have as few planes as possible to be lost. However, I wasn't even really trying that hard to get those 20 kills. It just happened. So let me demonstrate. Let us remove those panels. Those are not going to be essential. Now, a lot of people been complaining about the Americans and how they're underperforming in its own battle rating, especially the lower and mid tier. Now, I'm going to demonstrate that's not exactly the case here. Okay, I'm going to switch to camera view number 2, so that will show you exactly what I did when it comes to situation awareness. Where am I looking with my camera? Most of the time people die because they don't take a look around, and if you watched my videos and streams, you'll see that I always keep my finger on a swivel and keep looking around me all the time. Situation awareness is like 70% of this game. If you don't spot incoming enemy fighter in time, you're good as dead. It doesn't matter whether you are flying a super OP plane or something like a PO2, so it's like a flying couch, so it doesn't really matter. Now, this is a domination map with 2 airfields. Objective is to stop enemy armor from rolling on the runway because it can cap the zone. At the same time, you're trying to stop the enemy bombers from bombing your ground targets, and if possible to capture their own airfield until the tickets go down and you score a win. Now, I started with the P-61. This is probably my favorite heavy fighter interceptor in Tier 3, battle rating 4.0 for the Americans. Now, my crew slot is a maximum, and I have ace qualification on it. I didn't bought it, but I played this with this fighter so much that I actually grinded the ace without spending any gold. So it's possible. Now, like I said, I wasn't really trying hard. This was just a casual flying. There we go. That's a critical hit, actually. I didn't score the kill. So, just be aware of what's going on. I'm not even firing my main guns. This is actually one of the nicer things about the P-61. The Squad 50 cal turret is more than capable of destroying any plane, and what I like about it, you can shoot with your turret at one enemy, and you can use the primary guns on the second one, so you can even score double kills without any difficulties. The only weakness of it, if the enemy fighter is flying beneath you and behind you, your turret ain't gonna be able to have an angle. That was a double kill, and I almost got rammed by a friendly. Now you see that fucking wolf climbing up? My turret's shooting at them, but I'm using primary guns on this Spitfire, and I killed him. That's kill number 3, and I scored hits on the Focke-Wulf, so that's gonna be at least an assist. There we go, assist number 3. Minor damage sustained, so this plane is more than capable of delivering some heavy kicking. Now, always try to help your friendlies when they are pursued. I think I'm gonna get killed here. Yeah, this guy had really good kill-to-death ratio. I checked his player card. Although I killed him, we traded. So 4 kill for 1 plane. Actually, I could have done a hell of a lot better with the P-61, but like I said, it was a completely casual game. But 4 kills, 4 heavy tanks, 3 assists, not bad. Second plane, P-51 Mustang, Tier 3, battle rating 4.0. This plane is a little bit OP, if you ask me. The only reason why it's in this battle rating is because of the engine. It's in early P-51, so it's not really performing great when it comes to climbing or top speed. But its cannons are pretty accurate. They have plenty of rounds. So if you have high reload speed, this plane can be really, really good. Now this guy tried to kill me several times because obviously he considered me a biggest threat on the enemy team. And, well, he wasn't wrong. But after I killed him several times, he finally quitted. Now this SM-79, I decided to go for it because that P-39 was too far. He wouldn't be able to catch me in a vertical climb. So that's a kill number 5. However, P-39s and P-63s can carry bombs. So if you take a look at the list of the planes, depending on the type of the map, you can see which planes are carrying, whether they are carrying bombs, whether they have additional gun pods, rockets, and similar. So when you need to protect your ground units, you go for the planes, fighters, bombers, everything that can carry bombs. Kill number 6. Not a scratch on me yet. Always maintain sufficient speed and altitude before you enter a dogfight. Speed is life. Altitude is life insurance. So if you don't have enough speed, you can gain it by trading altitude for speed. So you go in a dive. Also, one guy was extremely annoying trying to pick on me. I'm just trying to spot him. Where is he on this map? That's going to be in the second stage of the fight. Don Pramillo, I believe that's him. E4. However, since this guy kept going after me, as you can see, I believe I killed him again. Yep. Kill number 7. Kill number 8. Kill number 9. As you can see, Mustangs, 20mm cannons are pretty deadly, and they have sufficient ammo. Kill number 10. I don't even know what this guy was trying, because clearly he did not try the cap. Maybe he had a busted tail. And as you can see, Don Pramillo is chasing me. And I don't know how, but some planes retain their speed after a dive, and they shouldn't be doing that. Let's say early Spitfires like Mark 1A and Mark 2B, there was absolutely no way in hell that they could sustain like 600 clicks per hour after a dive for a very long time. However, in arcade that happens ever since I think last two patches. So that's not exactly how it should be. More than once I got killed by weak 7.7mm machine guns from a low tier Spitfire because I couldn't create distance between us, and that's the problem with the early Spitfires. Now Pramilo, here he comes. I think we traded here. That was an E4 with cannons, so we killed each other. Nevertheless, kill number 11. Already scored over 4,000 points. You'll see that this guy was extremely persistent and determined to kill me as many times as possible. So I said, okay, if you wanna dance, let's dance. Next plane, BF-109, captured one. Really good plane. I earned it by buying it, actually. I played a couple of golden wagers with my squad mates, earned sufficient gold and bought it. Definitely worth getting. Really deadly, although I haven't flown it much, so I'm not really experienced with it. But when I have a good round, I score at least 8 to 10 kills with it without getting a scratch. That was not the case here because I was really not focused and I was pretty tired. I finished my I finished my shift, so it was kind of late and I wasn't really focused. But nevertheless, a really good plane. If you have an option to buy it, definitely go for it. Really potent wartime emergency. It climbs really well. It turns great, especially when you apply rudder. It's really good for mid to high altitude dogfight because if you're not tiered up, if you're fighting in your own battle rating, it can outmaneuver even Spitfires. Okay, I spotted this guy in the clouds. And since I wanted to protect my ground units, I was trying to sneak past us in the clouds. However, I killed him. Now I believe Pramilo spotted me and began the chase. Not quite sure. Let's watch. Although I believe that he did kill me. Now you see this group of enemy fighters, you always go for the one on the back. Why? You score a kill, kill number 13, and you end up behind the enemy, so you can kill more of them. If I went for the first one, I would probably kill one, but it's questionable whether I would be able to zoom out without someone ending up on my tail. So it's safer for you, and you can rack more kills if you go for the one in the rear. If you go for the leader of the pack, you'll probably save the friendly, but not necessarily. If the rest of the pack determines to chase the friendly, yeah, well, he still might get killed. Now this guy was twitching for some reason, but I killed him nevertheless. Kill number 15. I believe this guy is going to be kill number 16. Yep, kill number 16. Pramilo hid in the clouds and sniped my pilot. I didn't even see him in time. Well played. However, he puffed smoke and that kinda annoyed me, because it doesn't really take a skill if you zoom out of the clouds less than a kilometer away from your target. Practically, chances of survival are extremely slim to none. So I wouldn't really consider that as a skill in a dogfight. Although, kill is a kill. Well played, Pramilo. So far, I lost 2 planes. 3 planes, sorry. P-51, P-61, and PF-109. Now, since this guy is puffing smoke, I decided to teach him a lesson. Kill number 17. Your guns ain't big as your mouth, boy. Kill number 18. Kill number 19. And the reason why I decided to make this video, because I actually received a complaint on one of my older videos where I scored 20 air kills with a Typhoon. Premium Typhoon 3.7 in British Tech 3. Really good plane as well. However, we lost that round because team was completely brain dead. It was actually the very same map, domination with 2 airfields. And actually he complained about, dude, you're wrecking everyone, Brits are easy mode. And it seems like people have been saying either Germans are easy mode, either Russians are easy mode. So every nation that they're not good at, it's practically an easy mode. So that's not the case here. Like I said, all nations have good and bad planes. It's really up to you whether you know how to exploit the best out of those planes. Since I've been playing the game for the past 5 years, I pretty much know how exactly a plane performs, what are the strengths and weaknesses both of my own plane and the enemy that I'm pursuing. So I will never engage in a turn fight a 0 when I'm flying an American fighter. I'll never start energy fighting in a low tier Spitfire versus Germans and similar. So know your planes and know the opponent's plane. That's how you'll excel in this game. I scored 20th kill, and I believe that was pretty much it when it comes to this round, because enemy team was annihilated, only a couple remaining. I tried to reach one more, but I believe I was too far. They started dying. So nevertheless, 20 kills. Now this Talaj guy that I had quarrels at the beginning of the match, he actually tried to go and kill the ground unit but spotted me and decided to go for the kill. I didn't kill him, I just damaged him, unfortunately. That would have been my 21st kill. And of course, Don from Milo tried again to boom and zoom me, but he failed. That's it. So, technically speaking, there is no bias towards any nation in this game. It's just a question of knowing your plane capabilities and the capabilities of the enemy that you're about to enter in a dogfight. So it's kinda idiotic to complain that certain planes are OP when you never flown them or you haven't flown them enough to know what their strengths and weaknesses are. Also, situation awareness for most of the players in this game is terrible. They're not looking around them enough. So when they get sniped, whether it's a high caliber shell or just enemy fighter that kept creeping on your back, either in the clouds, a lot of time I see people zoom climbing without paying attention to whatever is going on around them, and that's what gets them killed. Stop doing that, guys, please. And once you figure out the basic tactics and just apply some common sense, you're gonna start racking kills. That's all to it. Well, hopefully this video helped you guys. If you need any advice, feel free to post a comment and I'll respond to it as soon as possible. Now, this was Windwalker, and this was Breaking the Russian Bias. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. More videos are coming, and also streams. So stay tuned. Always check your six. I might be on your ass. Peace.